Right, Jay-Z, Dr. Dre, and Diddy, they are the biggest names in hip-hop today, but success did not come overnight for those business moguls. They lifted themselves from poverty to become the wealthiest of musicians. And here to talk more about the book Three Kings is our book critic, Gwen Reyes, and this one's kind of interesting because we were talking about this in the commercial break here. They're known for being musicians,
right,
but they're almost more well known for being very smart businessmen.
Very smart businessmen, knowing their brand and knowing the sort of lifestyle and partnerships that they want to do. Because you've got Diddy, who was all about opulence and really showing off his wealth, and even at a young age, and even early on, and when he was working for Uptown Records before he started Bad Boy Records, he was like all about pushing his artists to really showcase this larger than life style, which now we see reflected in so much of hip hop where people are living outside of their means.
And he did it first.
And he did it first, exactly.
And so I'm curious about this because sometimes we'll look at celebrities, people who've made it big, and we just kind of assume that it was all meant to be. They had it all planned out. They knew what they were doing as they went. Did you get the sense from reading this book, because they're deconstructing the success of these three men, did you get the sense that they had the plan from day one, or is it something that sort of morphed over time?
I think that they all had one central thing, which was they wanted to build themselves out of their current situations. They loved music and they loved the culture and the lifestyle, and they were all hitting it at a time when it was starting to shift. Diddy was the first one. He came out in the 80s when he was attaching himself to Biggie Smalls, and then after that reinvented himself as a rapper. And then
wasn't
Dre,
he Puff Daddy back then?
He was Puff Daddy, and now he's Love. Like, he's got so many names. Like, we cannot keep track of all of them. And then you've got Dre, who is all about the meticulous nature, perfectionism, making himself this larger than life sort of character. And that's what's so interesting about him. And he made all of his money, of course, being a producer, but really was selling Beats by Dre, which was this whole new revolution in headphones and the way you listen to music, completely changing that. And he made $500 million by selling this business to Apple.
And I'm curious, can the layperson sort of pick up something from reading through this? Does it have things that are applicable maybe to the rest of us as far as strategizing when we're going through our own careers?
I think that this is definitely a book for people who are more business minded. So if you're looking, it's like very businessy and very like jargony, but I do think that there's something in it, like the nugget of perseverance, understanding your personal brand, understanding what you're trying to sell to other people. And that could be any sort of business. That could be if you are trying to get a new job at work, or you're also just trying to reinvent yourself. I think you're going to learn so much from them, especially like Jay-Z, who started off as a drug dealer, and it's been very well documented about that, and he shifted all the way from that and then later started his music career. He almost didn't even stay in music because he was making so much money as a drug dealer.
Wow. And so you learned a few things from this. You actually picked up some tidbits.
I did pick up some tidbits. Just keep trying.
All right,
eventually,
well, we're expecting you to blow up next.
Thank
goodness. Really big. We remember her when she used to be on our show. Thanks, Gwen.
Thanks, Jason.
When we come back, we're going to take a look